Hi, you're tuned into My Dad Says Audio. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Today we'll be taking a look at my Fosi Audio V3 Biamplification setup. I bought one Fosi maybe a month ago now, it's a while ago, and I really liked it. And I think it was about $110 delivered Australian. And yeah, I plugged it into the US audios and it sounded really good. It was a much better match than the old Tube Yulu EL34 8 watts per channel amplifier that I was using prior. It just was a better match. Like, not to say that the Yulu might be better with more efficient speakers, but with the US audios, it just delivered a lot more current. And because my preamp it has two left right outs on the pre, and the US audios have two terminals for bi-wiring or bi-amping. So I thought, why not? And my dad just was being a very nice fellow. He said, oh, well, okay. And he bought me one. So there was plenty of upside. And we've completely wired them up with my dad's special solid core cable, solid core copper, 2-strand, based on Tara Labs phase two. Yep. Phase 2, yeah, yep. That's the one.
It's good old space and time.
And yeah, no, they sound really good. They sound really excellent. I'm really happy with them. The Biamp is it's more grippier to the sound, a bit more effortless sounding. I believe I've got them with the lower voltage switch mode supply, which I believe is 32 volts, 5 amps, I think. And with that, I think you get 80 watts into 8 ohms, I think is what you get.
Is that per channel?
Per channel.
Yeah, well, that's 160 watts output out of each amplifier.
Yeah, no,
We figured out pretty quickly that there's two possible scenarios for hooking it up to Biamp, and we've actually tried to break down in simple terms as to actually the two possibilities of hooking it up to Biamp, passive Biamp. There's this way, which is usually the more common way that you'll see things hooked up, where the high frequency drivers are driven by 1 amp, and then the low frequency drivers are driven by another amp. This is more usually what you see. However, the way we've hooked these up is this way. We've used 1 amp for the left channel and 1 amp for the right channel. And the reason we consider this superior is there's total separation between left and right. This is the first part. And it's even loading for both amplifiers. If you look at this one, which is the way we've rejected doing it, you'll find that the amp doing the low frequencies has a much harder time driving those than the one that does the high frequencies, which has a much easier job of it. So we've hooked it up this way. It's quite surprising the amount of grip combination has.
Yeah, well, when my dad came over just after I'd had it running for a week or so I'd gotten used to it and I was pretty familiar with what it could do. And I put on a Limp Bizkit album that was remixed by the Neptunes, and it was on CD with the Philips TDA 1541 DAC that my dad's modified, so it's quite a good sounding CD. The Philips DAC's very dynamic, and when I first put it on, the very first second there's an instantaneous big bass note, and my dad just kind of bolted up a little bit because he wasn't expecting that much kind of force that quickly. So they're only small, but I think you can get with the 48. Is it 48? Yeah, it's 48. I think with the 48 volt supply, you can get I believe 160 watts into 8 ohms.
Yeah, this listening room is a bit like a cupboard.
Mm.
So this is already overkill.
Yes.
Absolute overkill. And it's quite surprising the amount of grip. And the performance actually is quite good. I'm a bit surprised at just how good it is.
Oh, absolutely. I give them, 2 thumbs up recommendation to anyone who's looking for, if your budget is $110, look no further, because this is as good as it gets for that money.
Yeah, it's a lot of bang for the buck. Essentially, they're very good value.
Definitely, and so for 220 Aussie, if your speakers have 2 sets of terminals, I'd recommend it if you're gonna give it a go. If you've already got one Fosi, it's only, I think they're, you can get them even cheaper with discounts. They have online discounts, and they're around $100, $110 Aussie. So if you've got one, do consider getting a Biamp set up. And as you can see, we've kind of, you can see the best way we think to do it is.
Yeah, this one runs the left speaker. That one runs the right speaker. That's how it's determined it.
Total left-right separation, which is desirable.
Yep.
Well, all right, that's pretty much it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If this is your kind of content, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting. All right, until next time, take it easy, everyone. Bye.